evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to another edition of Slice and Dice here with the Manylands campaign. Today is it's a big old milestone because it's session number 40 today, and of course I've got all the guys with me. Apart from Neris is missing on Skype. That's interesting. Sorry, Marta.
Because Skype is being difficult.
It may well be.
But audio is not cutting out, and that is the main thing. Skype has actually just frozen for me, so bear with me.
Video is a luxury, and of course, sound is essential for what we're doing here today.
Do what you do. Yeah. Just carry on.
So guys, first of all, does anyone have any announcements of anything, any points of order, the stuff that they'd like to mention before we jump into tonight?
No.
No one? No one got anything?
Well, I did get a new horse, but it was in Red Dead Redemption 2, so don't know if that counts.
Congrats!
I mean, that's...
What is its name?
It's a Shire horse as well, called Gladys. Okay,
you're sort of
that is so adorable.
Was that in homage to Portal, or...
No, it's in homage to the Lady Golem from Terry Pratchett's Going Postal.
Okay. Lovely. Even better reference. I like it. That's the niche the better. No, it's not that niche at all. Okay, one announcement that we do have is for those of you who are on our Discord, you may well have noticed that in the last week we finally got our sub chat up and running. So when you subscribe to us on Twitch, which I of course heartily encourage you do, and there's many reasons to do so, many perks that come with it that you'll see on our Twitch page, but when you do so, you automatically, if you are on Discord and have your Twitch and Discord linked up, which you should do, will get immediately added into the subscriber chats, and in there you have basically backroom access to all of us to ask us some questions about the campaign, about characters, and pretty much anything else really. Get the kind of exclusive I was going to say one-on-one, but it's like VIP kind of area of the Discord server. So, again, go check it out if you're a subscriber. And, of course, if you haven't joined our Discord yet and you're not a subscriber, you can, of course, still join it. There's a link to it on our Twitch page so that you can join in many of the other channels we have. We have a lot of memes. We have a lot of chat. We have a rules bot. We've got all sorts of cool stuff on there. So come join us on Discord and you can talk to us throughout the week. That's a massive shameless plug over.
Shameless plug!
So I don't think I've got any more in me today, guys. So shall we jump in then with tonight's session here on Slice and Dice? And we are back. So, folks, last time... So, basically, it was one big old boss fight. You finally got to face off against Damon, the leader of this group of red mages here underneath the hills outside of Hilberg in this old dwarven fort of Korak. Now, interesting stuff happened during this fight. Not only was it shown quite quickly that Damon is a formidable spellcaster, causing all kinds of hurt to you guys, but when things were looking its most dire, with 3 of you unconscious and Brucon banished from the field, suddenly, as Malar was set upon by zombies in a vast fog, smoke, and couldn't see a thing, knocked unconscious, he could have been killed by the thing were it not for the Fortune's Folly, the pendant, the timepiece pendant around his neck, which then gave its final activation and turned back time briefly for 6 seconds, meaning that Malar had an insight into the future, which the rest of you did not, and that was enough to change the course of events to stop and turn the tide of the battle, basically, and stop any of you from falling foul of Damon and his magic. Well, mostly, anyway. So, as things were looking bleak for him, and you got him into a corner, quite literally, with Fleeting bearing down on him with his magical warhammer, he had his final ace up his sleeve. Threw a dagger at the ceiling. It caused a massive boulder to come down. Brucon nimbly pushed Malar out of the way of this boulder as it kind of crashed through the chamber, out, down, and back into the chasm passageway which you guys had come from. He then dimension doored out of there, just completely teleported away from the field, completely away from you guys, and it's going to be very hard to find him now, considering you're underground as well. And this also caused a chain of events as the chamber itself started to collapse. And while some of you were a little bit greedy and wanted to take a particular set of armor from one of your fallen enemies, which did slow you down mahusively, the rest of you managed to get out pretty quickly. But then the rock slide and avalanche that then occurred as a result of this crumbling chamber was able to be evaded by all of you except Leoborin, who unfortunately just couldn't keep the pace and got caught up in the rock slide. And unbeknownst to the rest of you, has actually been knocked unconscious by the rock slide. He's currently trapped underneath a load of rubble, and you're not sure where. That's exactly where we pick things up, where the rocks have stopped rolling. 5 of you, Fleeting, Brucon, Seth, Malar, and Neris, are all out in the collapsed corridor, overlooking the chasm, and where you left the magic carpet for as well as the boulder has now fallen down to the bottom of that chasm. As you pick yourselves up and take stock, you realise that Leoborin is not with you. You do not have a lot of time, so I would suggest, but it's entirely up to you, that you split your resources in what you do. So some of you could be doing one thing while some of you are doing another, but it's entirely up to you. What would you like to do?
Anyone?
So I guess the first thing to do is Brucon, we're all going to turn around and eye up the corridor where inexplicably a big pile of rocks is, and a corridor leading back to Leoborin is not. So as Brucon eyes it up, the first thing he's going to do is, or I'm going to do, is get him to try and tap into any dwarven knowledge around stone crafting and mining and all of that sort of jazz that he might have picked up, in case he can see for things like, if we start trying to clear some of this, is the whole thing going to go? Like, what other than a pile of rocks, what is it that we're actually looking at here? Is that a an attempt?
So yeah, this will be history with your stone cunning added to it, which I think doubles your proficiency, if I remember correctly.
I think that's right. Let me just double check. Features and traits as well. That'll be stone cunning. Yes, double proficiency bonus. Ooh, okay, that's really good. So that means it's +6.
Thanks, Marshall. I appreciate that video effect there.
Okay, we have 15.
15. Okay, so with a quick assessment of the avalanche that has occurred, so obviously you can tell just from looking that, and from the experience running away, that really this pile of rocks seems to have all come from that chamber that you were in with the ziggurat. That you would imagine is now completely submerged underneath the rubble and earth and so on. And it seems that it's then spilled out into the corridor outside. You're aware that, well, very proud of your dwarven heritage and know that dwarves are, in fact... Marshall just changed it to rocks. Brilliant. It's completely thrown off. Oh, I love it. Yeah, you know that dwarven craftsmanship, obviously subterranean, used to subterranean building, and you know full well that they would have built corridors in particular. They have archways that are they're load bearing essentially. So the best chance that Leo probably has in this, he's probably buried somewhere in the corridor, but you would have thought if he was to survive this kind of rockfall, unless he's been swept further along by the sliding rock, he would probably end up underneath one of these archways along the corridor. That would be the sturdiest place. Kind of like, in an earthquake, you go into a doorway.
Just thinking the exact same thing,
So you know that much. What are the rest of you doing? Bruce, you can obviously give this information to the others, but time is of the essence.
I'm going to be cool, calm, and collected. Save him, dig for your life, dig for his life, and just start clawing at the rock.
So, Neris is going to run after and just start, throwing any rocks, even, try to move rocks that are way too heavy for her to move, but,
Yep.
So it's just, it's... she's gonna try to mage hand and see if it helps. Obviously, you can't pick up stuff that's that big. But trying to mage hand to have another hand.
One rock at a time.
I'll
I'll tell you what, Neris, if you want to be essentially helping out Seth in this, if Seth, you roll an athletics check with advantage, because Neris and her mage hand are helping you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's trying to also use her actual hands, but
but you've got the.
Here's another hand
to also help. Yeah. Which can lift one rock at a time and just move it aside, which is still helpful.
Every little helps.
Cool. Exactly.
Instead of athletics, how about maybe I do a backflip towards them and it's acrobatics?
It's athletics or strength.
Start breakdancing at the pile of rubble in order to convince it that your fly moves mean it should get out of the way.
Well,
I'd like to luckily pop a wheelie in front of them.
Luckily, with advantage, that's a 17, not a 3. So thank you for the help.
You're welcome.
Okay. So it seems Seth is making some headway clearing some of the rock. There's not as much in the... Because you're in the lower part of the corridor, because there was a set of stairs. I'd say a half flight of stairs that obviously rocks have spilt over. So you clear away that bit very quickly and make a path going up the stairs. So that much is cleared. Malar and Fleeting, what are you guys doing?
Being the big elephant man that has got a fair bit of muscle, Malar is going into the bigger rocks and sort of assisting, but taking a little bit more of the heavy lifting on board himself.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I'll get to that. Fleeting, what about you?
How big is the biggest rock?
Oh, okay. I mean, to be fair, once Seth has cleared away some of the rubble down below, kind of cleared away through this to the stairs, the blockage then on the stairs is a very large rock. It's taller than you. It's maybe 6 feet tall. Biggest one you can see.
You're not the muscle. You're the charisma guy. That doesn't work on rocks.
Do I have any rope?
If you have, I think you do in your pack. You should have.
And if you don't, Brucon still has all of the rope.
Can I tie some of the rope from wherever it comes around the biggest rock?
Sure, yeah. You can do so. So if you want to tie the rope, that I'll say do sleight of hand to see how quickly you can get this done. Sorry, DK, I think you wanted to say something.
Pop in and help him.
No, I think I know what he's doing, and it's brilliant.
Okay.
17.
17, perfect. Yep, you've got the rope around the rock.
Okay, could I tie the other? Could I tie the other end around my hammer, please?
Yes, you can do that.
Yes.
You can do that. Go. Yeah.
Thank you. Could I place my hammer on the floor next to the rock?
The hammer on the floor next to the rock. So you've tied rope around both ends and you put the hammer on that. Yep, fine.
How long is the rope?
50 feet.
Okay, could I move 55 feet away from the hammer, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Can he?
This is so good.
So this, it basically, so with it, given the geography, you basically end up with your back to the chasm. You're on the edge of the chasm.
That's what
Okay. I will call the hammer to me.
And it flies straight into your hand. The rock does come with it. Seth, you need to make a dexterity saving throw, as does Neris. As does Neris.
All right, okay. Less laughing.
I think because Mallow was kind of aware of what's going on, he doesn't need to make the check for this one.
I hear laughing coming from a pile of rocks. What's going on?
Wait, you
Mr. Leoborin.
it was dexterity, right?
I'm just
Yeah.
imagining
Yes.
you
15.
all create a cave in on top of
15,
your
Seth,
it-
you're fine.
16.
Okay, both of you just hit the dirt like, oh shit, and it flies over your head. This boulder, again, it kind of hits the archway, which is the entrance to the kind of the broken corridor where the fleeting look is. It hits that, and the archway then starts. Part of the archway then falls down as well. It breaks due to the boulder that you've then smashed into it with. Fortunately, you can still get into that corridor, but it's now kind of, you're going to have to squeeze past this boulder to get into the corridor for those of you who are stuck outside, including Fleeting Look.
Can Malar try and hoik it out of the way a bit more? Just give people a little bit more room.
Whoa!
You can make an athletics check. You get advantage because of your, well, I'll say because of your powerful build, you'll get advantage on this.
Okay.
What does Bruken want to say?
Brucon wants to say, let's maybe not trap another 2 people in the corridor if the archway comes down.
I don't want to move out. I just want to move it. I want to just jimmy it over a little bit. Keep it structurally supporting, but jimmy it over.
Okay.
Well, while this is happening, I just want to again express my appreciation for Marshall's visuals.
It's perfect, yes.
It's really helping the role play.
Great, because like now I'm in the rocks.
Well, this is getting clipped.
Here we come. Internet fame.
oh
7
God.
for Malar.
I must say, I think it says the hentai friend.
9.
Martin the hental friend has just started following us, so thank you for following. Enjoy.
Like, are we
Sorry,
doing
Malar, say that
hentai-related
again.
material?
9.
9. All right, so
Yeah.
you do move the rock, but yes, some of the archway starts collapsing. Malar, you're going to have to do something. Well, you guys are going to have to do something to stop, to kind of support this archway now. Brucon.
Malar just holds everything up. Just holds up. Here's a beam.
Brucon rushes in beside him, pulls out the collapsible rod. No, the rod of extending.
Yeah.
I always get the name mixed up with the immovable rod, but anyway, the one I've got, not the one I don't have.
Extending.
Yeah, the pole of collapsing.
Yeah, pole of collapsing. There you go. Yeah, see, but it doesn't. It's a pole of extending. But anyway,
The telescopic pole that you have.
Yeah.
It's a
So
10-foot pole
Brucon
of
rushes
collapses.
over to Malar, pulls out the rod, and decollapses it into the ceiling of the archway to try and prop it up a bit more.
Okay, yeah. So I'll say yes with the pole and with Malar holding it. It does start to ease.
Brace.
Between the two things, between Malar and the pole, you are bracing that currently, but it looks like Malar, you're going to have to stay there to hold that in place.
Malar will say, there's potions of healing in my bag. Get to Mr. Leoborin, quick!
Yeah, taking the healer out of the equation here, maybe not great.
Neris throws her mage hand to grab the potions from Malar.
The mage hand could grab one of those easily, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Leoborin, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Okay.
It's going to be a natural one.
Nice. Ooh.
Shut up. Shut up, Bahat. Shut up.
1 success.
I'm stress eating.
1 success. Okay.
1 success.
I'm tempting the mocker gods. Come on, do it.
I need you to roll one more death saving throw, as there's been quite a lot going on.
Okay. It's not a 1, it's a 2. 1 failure.
It's one success, 1 fail. Okay.
That's twice as good.
This is
Leoborin,
10.
Leoborin, in a state of unconsciousness, kind of a dreamlike state. You've had this before because you've been knocked unconscious by ceilings a couple of times. Your mind starts to drift and everything goes white for you, and you see after a moment that you are in a room on a chaise lounge. There are various vines, but even these vines have blossoms on them, pink and purple, and colours that you recognise very much from your time in the Feywild. And there's a lone figure standing not far from you, looking forlornly. You can only see the side of her face, her light green skin, and her yellow hair, her yellow, tightly wound curls, immediately recognisable to you. You recognise this as Lady Aranth First Blooming, your patron, and a lady you had a moment with, a time with, an evening with, during one of these, during the Court of Stars, the last one that you attended. Back to the rest of you.
Back to where he was alive.
Back to the rest of you. Okay, so thank you, Marshall. Okay, so guys, Malar's bracing the thing. Neris, you've taken a healing potion, continuing your excavation then. So as far as I can tell, 4 of you are free to continue what you want to do next. You've got the big rock out the way, you're up onto the corridor.
So Brucon moves past the obstacle into the corridor and takes a look. Does it look like... so it seems to me that one of the things we probably want to try and do here is slowly start to... Like we want a controlled rock slide. Like we want to get the volume of rocks that are covering Leo lower without covering ourselves in them. So Brucon,
you're going to need to tell us that.
So Brucon starts kind of doing the kind of the engineer like ooh, and tapping his teeth and kind of weighing it up and head on one side looking at the rocks, and starts to kind of lean down and go, okay, I think if we should be okay if we very carefully start to clear the rocks at the base, and starts to with his arms like scoop small quantities of rocks from the bottom backwards past him.
So Neris just follows the instructions.
She's
like one of those like
frantically-ish.
Like one of those, either like a digging puppy, just like
yeah,
digging and burying, a faithful hand.
Yeah, I'm run over to. I'm just going, Leo's rats. Come on, where are you?
I think the rats are gone. Zeph, I'm not sure they're the big priority here.
I'm still here though.
Wow.
Nibbles scampers up onto Brucon's shoulders out of his pocket.
Brucon looks down at Nibbles and goes, do you think you might be able to get through that?
Well, it's rocks. There's lots of little gaps and things. I can have a look.
Jack, I'm so sorry. Through headphones, it doesn't work.
Yes, it does!
Well, it does work in the sense of, the kind of richness of the character, but I've no idea what you just said.
Oh, I see. He said, yeah, it's rocks.
No idea.
Yes, can.
Okay. Do you think you might be able to...
a potion?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think you might be able to take a potion through?
Sure. I'm sure you asked me to do even more weird things when I become one of your familiars.
That's loosely translated. It says he'll probably do even stranger things when he becomes one of your familiars.
Well, I'm not magic, so let's put that on the on lower on the priority list for now, and get back to the question, which was, can you take a healing potion through that rubble?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm seeing nodding on the stream now. I've completely lost.
Okay.
I didn't hear a single syllable from you, but I've just seen
it must have cut out or something. But yes, you can.
Fantastic. Okay. Brucon goes, Neris, I know this is going to violate some principles of yours, but give the rat the potion.
She just looks at them like wide eyes, looks at the rat. It's like, Fine. Have it. Just go.
And he kind of he
Go,
stands up on
go,
two legs and
go.
waves, and then like takes the potion. Yep.
Godspeed,
Takes
young
the potion
rat.
in his teeth and then starts, and he just disappears into the rubble. While the rest of you continue to haul stuff out. So for the
Maybe you want to pause for a moment just so that he doesn't kind of have rocks, like the rocks that he's trying to move
suddenly starts falling.
through,
Yeah.
coming back at him, which I don't imagine makes it easier.
But your faith in the rat. Okay. He's going to do a survival check because he's going to have a look. Okay, I don't want to tell you what that was.
Oh no, he's there.
We hear a squeak.
Oh, we do.
A squeak cut
Yeah,
short.
after
Literally the guy who's about to save a member of our party, and you're like, fucking whatever. I kind of hope he dies, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity.
Finally kill him off.
After a moment or so of you guys waiting with bated breath,
I haven't found him yet.
I haven't found him yet.
It must be here somewhere. It's all slippery.
So it's all slippery.
I'm training my ear to decode.
I am understanding it now, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't need subtitles then. That's cool.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that we're becoming close to him familiar-wise, just because we understand him.
You're as magical as I am. This is not your problem.
But there's something here. There's something in the rocks. I'll see if I can get closer.
Meanwhile,
Not another beast.
back to Leoborin.
I'm just
fact,
hoping that Nibbles
change the
gives the
music
potion to
here.
one of the red mages.
Might need to turn your volume up a bit there, Marshall. Didn't really.
I was talking quietly.
No, Marshall. No.
Okay, so Marshall, meanwhile, Leoborin. So on your chaise lounge, and your lady is in front of you. She looks sad, worried about something. You notice the decor here. It's very much recognise it as that of the spring court. As I said, the colours were a big giveaway. The flowers, the general flora, and you see past the kind of mesh curtain that she's looking through. On the other side seems to be an open glade. You see signs of wildlife, especially looks like there's definitely sounds of the young, of spring being the time of birth, especially amongst farmyard animals and things like that. You've got chicks and you've got small bunnies and things like that starting to appear in the distance. And without looking at you, she seems very much aware that you're there in her silk robes of the colour of freshly turned earth. She says, "What happened?" Sorry, that's not her voice. Let me find her voice. Where is it? Here it is. What happened?
We were fighting someone in a cave, and now I'm here.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What happened with my powers?
The ones I still have, I think.
Not very far, you don't.
Oh, yes. The opening looks a bit awkward. Yes, I wasn't quite sure what happened, but we had to save a friend, and somehow that took my power away. Your power, power, the thing.
Look, you know how this happened. I didn't mean for you to get some of what I do, but I thought that you were going to use it wisely and that there wouldn't be any repercussions in that sense. And she turns to look at you now, fixing you with her mesmerizing gaze. Her eyes are very, very bright blue, like unnaturally so. But it's the Feywild. You know that generally things are a lot brighter and more vivid than they are in the material plane. my mother, Hedera Crown Green, ruler of the Spring Court, she knows that my powers are waning. That's why I've been sent out here. I'm supposed to be laying low, because as soon as the other courts find out, they're going to hold another Court of the Stars, and someone's going to vie for power to replace the Spring Court as one of the major courts, okay? So I'm an embarrassment to my family at the moment, and this is solely down to you. So whatever happened with you saving your friend or whatever, I need you to fix it, okay? Because it doesn't just affect you, it affects me.
Okay. Any tips? Do I have to like reverse the thing? Do I have to kill?
I don't know the circumstances in which you lost your power. Like, can't you just undo whatever you did?
There was sort of like a no backsies situation. A friend of ours, a team member of is no longer dead. Thanks to I didn't know it was going to strip me of power. That was not made clear. But yes, it was all very buyer beware.
And she just kind of haughtily kind of scoffs at this. Honestly, you non-Fae is so easily tricked. No wonder Tiandra has her fun messing with you guys. Can't believe you fooled me that night. She looks down at her stomach area.
Print screen. Marshall's face right now.
I did not. What? I did not do any trickery. I can't remember. But
you certainly worked your magic, Leoborin. That's for sure.
I didn't have any magic before.
It's a figure of speech. Come on, man.
Well,
Jack, this is when you start playing the Bow Chicka Bow Wow music.
Look, we've managed to keep this power thing secret for now, okay? Not even my father knows, because honestly... Oh, but by the way, of course, the Green Lord does not know about you, because, obviously, you know the rules, right? Fae, non-Fae, can't be a thing. Not like this, anyway. I mean, sure, Hedera was saying, you can have concubines and stuff that are non-Fae, but... Look, I'm pregnant. So whatever you did, you're responsible for this, just as much as I am.
Uh-huh.
The correct response, I feel.
Yeah, quite. But if anyone finds out about this, I will get thrown out of the court completely. I'll be
I'm
shamed.
Stumm.
And yeah, you, sir, will be destroyed. You will be, people will come for you. So,
yep.
Probably best that doesn't happen. So, I just need you to fix whatever you did, okay?
Wait, the baby thing or the... I don't know how to...
No, not the baby thing.
Okay.
I'll fix the baby thing, okay? No, not like that. Come on.
Oh my god.
Look, it's perfectly simple, okay? Whatever this is, it's a part of me and it's a part of you. I'm not going to be getting rid of it. But they can't know that this is not a Fae child, or not completely a Fae child, so...
Yep.
I think sooner the better, when the dust is settled with this power thing, then I can work my way around the court, and I can find some hapless idiot that can be, a husband to me, and then all this goes away real quick. Nobody has to know that it's yours.
I mean, that sounds good. I guess. Yes. So you're saying the priority is I have to get our magic back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tchaikovsky says, "Sup nerds, how's it hanging?" Hello.
Hey, Babel. Hey, Babel.
Hi,
Word
Babel,
choice.
thanks for joining.
Phrasing.
Yeah, good timing.
Okay, I can do that. I definitely have. I can sure. I can just get magic.
Look, I'm not saying I didn't expect it to be easy. I'm just saying that you got to do whatever it takes, okay? Like, I sent you that tome because I believe that you can do some good with this thing, okay? And you got it anyway, so might as well roll with it,
Yeah.
Besides, it might be fun. I could do with a laugh. I haven't had a laugh in quite a while, so. I said laugh and then laugh. Interesting. Is Marshall in front of a green screen or under some bridge? It's the question from the chat.
Under something. Under a lot of pressure. Okay. I will prioritize getting our magic back to us. Yep. Cool. So how do I get back to where I was, or
What?
well, like I was in some like underground weird base full of evil wizards, and then we were fighting them, and then I'm here, and I'm just like, if I'm gonna go find my magic, am I just walking out into?
She kind of cocks her
Manylands
head on
again?
one side and she goes, this is a dream, right? This isn't real.
Oh. Okay, it's just normally.
You're not
like-
really here. This conversation isn't really happening. This is just your conscience telling you what you think you should do. Obviously.
Oh. Very detailed.
Switching back to the rest of the party.
What?
Under some rock. You don't know any of this.
Right, the rest of you. Nibbles has been searching. And you heard him say about a creature. Anyway, it then goes quiet. What are you going to do?
We're still
Well, I
digging.
guess carry on clearing out the rubble. If there's been a few moments,
Yeah.
then you're kind of like, well, maybe it'll help get him out. Maybe it'll help get Leo out. Brucon again thinking about maybe we can help get Leo out, or at least get his remains out. I think we should try and keep clearing out this rubble, unless anyone has a better idea.
There's
let's
just like,
keep digging.
how far back was he?
He's not got the greatest stamina for running, apparently.
All right.
You just-
So you clear some more rocks. I'd like you guys to make survival checks, please,
Yep.
as you're now searching.
Oh,
In
I
this
rolled a
particular
natural 20.
context, that skill's
Fuck's
name is
sake.
ominous.
Yes, quite.
Sorry, just checking.
If anyone should make survival check.
Brucon rolled a 15. Yeah, right.
Nice.
I've 11.
People who aren't even under the rocks are having to make survival checks. Not a good sign.
11.
11. Okay. And Sephan Fleeting.
I got a natural 20.
I got a 10.
A 10 for Fleeting. A natural 20 for Seth. So what's your total, Seth?
20.
Oh, 20. Okay. Just a 0. Solid 0 there.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so so as you start clearing the rocks away, Seth and Brucon notice there's one patch in the rocks it's particularly slimy, but you weren't expecting it to be this way because obviously these rocks have just fallen. Rocks are famously quite dry, and you weren't aware of a water.
Is it Leo's
At room temperature, anyway.
Is it like Leo's blood as Leo gone squish?
Yeah, when you say slimy, I mean slimy isn't quite the same thing as like slick.
I feel like I'm gonna be deeply upset about what Jack's gonna say next.
It feels a bit, like oil or some other kind of sticky substance has been like left. Some sort of residue has been left in about a 5 feet area in front of you. Seth, with your 20, you do spot beyond that, just beyond that, in amongst some rocks that you just cleared, is a health potion, the same one that you gave to Nibbles.
Oh, it's Nibbles dead. Oh no.
No, Nibbles said it was slippery.
Are you saying this out loud? That is Nibbles dead?
Yeah.
But presumably you wouldn't have got the same inflection on it. Be like, is Nibbles dead?
Not
Please?
quite. It's gonna go. Is that Leo? Is that Nibbles?
Inflection is everything. Is there any sign of a rat corpse / pancake in the vicinity?
Yeah, you can have a look if you'd like. I'll say for this, make an investigation check, please.
Oh yeah, I'm good at that. 13.
And is anyone having a look at the residue? Anyone checking that out?
Yeah, Neris is gonna check the residue.
Anyone checking that? So Neris and Seth, it's nature checks for those, please. And sorry, you will have 13. Did you say, Brucon, for the perception? No sign of him currently, and you can't. Hearing him's quite difficult, being that he's a familiar anyway. He moves around in a slightly different way. It's harder to hear him. There's no sign currently of Nibbles.
I got a 9.
9?
I got a 13.
13. This substance, as I said, it's kind of got an oil-like feel to it. It does stick to your fingers.
Can I sniff it? Does it have a smell?
Yeah, it is quite odorous. Like it's earthy, but it's got a slightly dampened. There's almost a moldy quality to. Yeah, a little bit of a moldy quality to it. It's certainly not pleasant to smell.
The thing we found in rubble on the ground smells earthy.
No, it's in amongst the rocks rather than on the ground. But yes, obviously it smells. Yeah, obviously it smells earthy. I mean, come on, guys, where do you think you are? But it's.
Neris just kind of goes. Neris kind of goes like, and there's like, just into the like robes and just continues digging.
Yeah, those are red mage robes. Who cares?
Yeah.
We take the health potion back. We don't just throw the health potion with the rocks.
Yeah, that's.
Can you do that?
He found it, so he can pick it up. Sure, Zeph found it, the health potion, so he can pick it up.
Oh yeah, I meant like when you say you're clearing it, I meant like we're not just like throwing rubble on top of the health potion again.
I'm going to assume you picked it up before you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you clear it all.
This is still the health potion for Leo. I'm not stealing Leo's health potion.
But no sign of Leoborin currently.
Or Nibbles.
We keep digging.
Or Nibbles. Nibbles has now gone missing. Yeah. All right. Keep on digging. So, back. Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. Never mind.
You sure? Is there anything else you think would be useful? It's always worth testing. You never know.
She starts thinking about if she can, because she can alter herself, right? Can she alter herself into something more useful than an elven sorcerer?
Like a spade.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I would say.
Literally going to Transformers.
Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of a JCB.
You can turn into something with a swim speed, so
Swim speed isn't really gonna help with rocks, is it?
No, but a burrow speed would be useful. So if you could turn into, like a mole
I
or
didn't-
something.
I
and
didn't
start
know that was a
digging.
thing.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
You can just turn her hands into like
Yeah, to like
bigger
mole claws and
claw
claws,
version,
yeah.
and start.
Yeah, so
start-
okay, I'm gonna do that. If that's allowed, I didn't even know that
Yeah.
was a thing. I'm still learning what's allowed.
Oh, to be fair, there's a lot of artistic license with Alter Self, so try it and we'll see what works. And anyone can correct me if I'm going too far one way or the other. So.
Nope,
Okay.
you're good.
So Neris kind of looks at everything. It's like mold and people not getting anywhere. Even the rat's gone. So she steps back and just kind of like looks at her hands and basically starts morphing them into mole claws because they're totes adorable, but also really weird looking. So that's alter self.
Is Neris
And-
an animorph?
Maybe.
Start
Wearable.
swimming through the rock just with your massive claws. Yeah,
Yeah.
So you can now make athletics checks with advantage, Neris. while
Hey.
you're digging through the rocks. Mighty
Well,
Morphin
that
High
wasn't
Elf
much.
Sorceress. Nice.
Athletics. Where is it? There it is. A +0. So that's 13.
13, yeah, and you clear away a huge portion very quickly with those.
I rolled a
claws.
12 and a 13, by the way. So.
Sweet.
All right. So
You've
yeah.
got
So
1 point better. Yeah. Clear away a larger portion. The rest of you, what are you up to while she's doing this? I'm presumably still helping out, but is there anything?
Yeah, I'm just. Um,
Is Fleeting helping us?
Fleeting's with you. Helping, I'm not sure. Fleeting, what are you doing?
What's happening with the rocks that are being displaced?
Oh,
I'm assuming they're getting pushed to one side.
Okay, can I tidy them up so they don't get in the way?
Sure, you can. That's actually quite helpful. Yeah, you can do that by all means.
Thank you.
It's
Can I
quite
use
sensible.
how many are there roughly?
How many
Oh my
rocks
God.
are there? I couldn't tell you.
Okay, are there enough to spell out Leo on the ground?
Yes,
I'd like to do that, please.
you can do so. Fleeting look, you get inspiration.
Why do I try?
Paladin.
Why do I try and get you to help us?
So Neris turns around briefly, like just looks over his shoulder and sees Fleeting not helping, and just kind of uses like one of her paws to get his attention. Just fling some rocks back. To come on.
Wait,
Like-
you're not going to try and destroy his sign he just made?
Yes, I am.
Make
So
an
I'm
attack.
there, and I'm gonna deliberately fling some like smaller rocks in his general direction to be like, hey, like make yourself useful.
I'm
Yeah,
going to turn around to Neris and I'm going to put a hand on her shoulder. I'm going to go, this is probably the most helpful he can be for us. Let's dig Leo out.
Just
I
gonna
know,
sigh
good-
like I just
good.
did.
Good job, Fleeting. You keep at it. Let's get Leo out.
Just as you finish your sign, Fleeting, you get covered in loam that's then thrown at you by Neris as she's digging. And it covers your signs. You have to start again.
I start again, but make it twice as big this time.
Meanwhile, back to...
When we get Leo out in the next 20 seconds, we turn around and the whole sign says, Leo, we're glad you're out of the hole. And we're like, how did you do that so quick?
Leoborin, back to you.
Hello.
So, can you make an insight check for me, Leoborin?
Okay.
Weirdest death ever.
Yeah. Am I dead? Let me find out. That is a 12.
12. All right. I mean, you don't know Lady Aranth particularly well. Obviously, there was that one night, but...
Biblically.
biblically. But, anatomically, you probably know her quite well. But in terms of, and that's more of a haze.
Anatomically. That's
But it,
never heard that word being used in quite that context.
I'm glad I could deliver.
She's got limbs
Thank
in
you.
all the right places.
Yep. that is a fey lady.
Just want to remind everybody that this is going to be immortalized on the internet forever. This entire exchange is now on the internet.
Yep.
Have fun with it.
Oh, 21st century joys. We can store memories in data form. All right.
Excellent Discord. both times.
So, you don't know that well. You, I mean, you kind of looking at yourself and like, well, I feel quite alive, but then I suppose you would feel quite alive in a dream because normally in those kind of, I suppose you wouldn't know you're dreaming, but then to be told you're dreaming, that's quite strange, and you're still in this state. It's all a bit odd. It's all a bit boggling.
Yeah, you should wake up as soon as you realise.
Exactly, but you haven't, and that's confusing. Is there any questions that you have for Lady Aranth while you're here?
My imaginary lady in my head.
She kind of sniggers a little bit.
So, this is a dream. Like, normally you wake up before you get the important information, so I feel like this is weird.
Maybe it's a prophetic dream.
Maybe. Should I wake up now?
I'm sure you'll wake up in good time. It's fine.
Okay.
It's been a little while since you've seen me, though, right? I mean, not got anything you want to tell me, or I'm all ears.
But you're
Let's
my
say
imagination.
booty call.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can't feel real.
Marshall is not role-playing this.
No, that's fine.
Oh my word! Are you guys gonna?
It sound. I mean, I know how
Dan's
that
gone
sounded, and as she's a fae, it's quite hard to tell what she meant by that. It could go a number of ways.
Dan's noped out. James is noped out. It's good to see you. We saved some
Likewise.
people. There were a lot of werewolves. How are you?
Well,
I don't know. What do you say to your dreams?
I mean, normally you'd use it to find out maybe more about yourself or about your purpose or something else that's been bothering you. Soul searching, I think. It's a little introspective, I appreciate, but
What's the deal with airline food?
It's really cute. Was that me? And she points to the kiss on your cheek, the pale kiss, which is
yes. The
still
Leoborin is definitely red in the face, so the kiss is visible. Oh yes. That doesn't seem to have gone away. So I guess magic.
Maybe that's connected to whatever it is that happened. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that.
Maybe I can use myself as a compass. If I face the right direction for my quest, it'll glow. I don't know how.
I didn't really make the rules with this, Leo. This just kind of happened, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
But what I can tell you, though, is that obviously, try not to die, okay? I mean, I know this is a bad time to tell you because of everything that's happened, but yeah, just maybe try not to die.
I do try. There are a lot of ceilings, but what do you mean right now?
Well, because you're not exactly in the best condition, are you? To be fair, you do still look really rumpled and...
Okay.
And your ruff is not in a good place. It's still there, it's just wilted, essentially.
Yeah. Well, we were in a big fight. And then the place started collapsing, so we had to run away. And now I'm here.
Yeah. I gathered, you and ceilings don't get on so well, huh?
I mean, they're quite heavy. They tend to keep a roof up. Yeah.
You're much better out in the open. You look better out in the open, where everyone can see you, and you're,
Am I dying?
I mean, aren't we all?
I don't know what answer I expected from my own imagination. Yeah.
She kind of moves up to you slowly and places her hand on your chest. And you can see that this greenish glow starts coming out of her hand and then starts enveloping your clothes. And over the course of the next minute, your clothes all knit back together and rough comes back together. She casts mending on you. Everything, now you're looking a lot more ship-shape, at least in your clothes.
Why did that take a full minute when we're in my imagination? That's weird.
I guess because you know how that works in real life, and so in order for you not to be too confused, it had to do the same thing and perform in the same way. You can make another insight check if you'd like.
This is a weird dream. That is a 9. Getting worse.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
looks
mean,
like
it
I'm
is a weird
dying.
dream. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. You know, obviously you know how the mending spell works, so why would your imagination make it different?
Yep.
You know that usually it takes a minute, although with Neris it seems to sometimes go quicker, weirdly. I don't know why.
It only takes a minute, girl.
Per 1 foot of clothing, I think, is the...
Excuse me?
I've hand waved it with mending a couple of times where it's like, it's fine.
It's happening. It's
happening.
done.
It's happening.
Even with my rage mending.
Yeah. It's okay to be confused. Yeah, just remember next time you start taking down bad guys or whatever you're doing, just remember not to think just about yourself. There's I'm not talking about me. I'm not getting mushy with you. I'm just talking about, you know, the life that I'm carrying.
Okay, so maybe...
She's not really showing yet, to be fair.
Sorry, I thought you would say think about your party, and I tend to only think of them. Maybe I should think of myself more. Is that what I'm saying to me?
I guess what you're trying to tell yourself is maybe you don't throw your life away needlessly. I mean, if you are going to die, probably want your son or daughter to remember you as a hero, not as a wimp, right?
Yeah, but I mean, this is my imagination. This is all me talking to myself. This is fine. But how do I be a hero if I'm not getting into danger?
Maybe just choose your moments.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather that you were, you know, able to meet your child when they come into the world, but if that's not going to be possible, then at least, you know, go out in a blaze of glory. Preferably not by your own team, though, because I know I've seen the fire that some of your party possess, and yeah, that wouldn't be good if you went out that way.
Yep. I mean, I've only... don't think I've been subject to that. I can't remember if Leoborin saw the other inter-party damage.
I mean, you've certainly witnessed it, I'd say, at least once in your adventures. Yeah.
I mean, the one I can think of was Leoborin inflicting it on other people. But we'll gloss past that.
Boggle.
What?
Oh, nothing. That ignored that. That didn't happen.
This does seem more like a dream now. Weird stuff's happening.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess dreams are weird, huh? And then you hear the noise again.
Boggle.
Yeah, I think it's probably time for you to wake up now. So, anyway, it's been nice to see you, and, I guess, and, yeah, if you could restore my power, that would be much appreciated. The sooner the better, please.
Okay, yep.
Okay, Boggle, you can send him back now.
Boggle.
A diminutive creature, very dark. It's like almost ebony black. Comes up with a three-fingered hand, grabs your hand, and next to it a small bottle appears, and it climbs into it and pulls you with it.
Not how dreams normally go.
Back to the party.
That boy needs therapy.
Yeah, this has probably messed things up even more for you now, I think. Like, if I
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Wait, has he actually teleported or what? I don't understand.
You don't know. For now, anyway.
We're still digging.
You're still digging, guys. Half an hour of digging later, you have excavated the entirety of the corridor up until the room. The chamber.
Wait, how much later?
Half an hour.
Holy
You've been digging
shit!
for half an hour.
We're shit at digging.
Well, I'm going to say that Malar drinks a healing potion in that time. He uses his trunk to get it out of his backpack.
Sure.
Does the healing potions deal with like muscle cramp as well? Because we've been there holding the ceiling like for half an hour.
I think I'm using different hands.
Have we gotten to the end and there's no Leo?
So you can't find a sign of him. You just finish up clearing the corridor. No sign of him currently. You'll for those of you digging, you've all suffered 1 point of exhaustion. Just to say.
No, okay.
The fight and then the running away and now digging out, like it's taken its toll.
Yeah, I'm not complaining at the unfairness. I'm complaining at the consequences of my actions.
Fair, that's fair. Malar, you need to make a Constitution check. You haven't suffered a point of exhaustion yet when you make this check, just to clarify.
Just a check, yeah?
Yeah, just a check.
Seven. All right.
Now you suffer a point of exhaustion, Malar, and
There it
your
is.
arms are starting to buckle. So the rest of you
Oh.
seem to have cleared the room. Sorry, go ahead, Malar.
No, just that was it.
Okay.
Where's
Fleeting, as you
Leo?
finish the sign, and you're nearest to Malar, you notice that his arms are starting to give.
Where the fuck he
So-
tickles him?
Okay.
Neris starts screaming, like, "Where is he?" She's like hitting the rocks more than anything at this point.
I have no idea where he's got. He had to be here. Where's the fucking rat? The nibbles, not Leo. Leo's great.
I'm here.
And it crawls out from a pile of rocks that have been put to one side.
There was a thing. It was it moved through the rocks. I didn't get a good look at it.
There was a what?
It was a creature.
Describe this creature.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it very well. It was really dark. I couldn't.
Did it smell like mold?
Yeah, it moved through the rocks.
That was a yes.
Did a
What?
slime eat Leo? Where is his body?
I don't know. I haven't found him.
What was that?
Hashtag nibble things.
Meh.
So-
He's still alive.
Neris just
Never
turns
mind.
around, looks at the situation. Leo's not there. He's not there. Something must have happened. Something must have taken him. Weirder shit has happened in this cave. We gotta get out of here now.
Yes, I'm inclined to agree.
And she extends a mole claw to Nibbles, beckoning for him to climb up and join her, and just goes.
Is Leo shit here? What is items and stuff?
That's a very good point, actually. So I forgot to say. So you do find the staff. When you're going through the rubble, you do find his staff.
It doesn't have a bloody hand on it. Let's go. I'm
She
assuming.
just wants that staff.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's still like gnarled and it obviously has the the Rat King kind of emblem on it. But yeah.
We pull back then. I'll pull back with them.
Can we do
Yep.
cool people don't look at explosion / rock slide / collapsing corridors as we go out and obviously Malar and like let's go and you know Brucon takes the weird telescopic staff and it just goes poof.
Yep. Yeah,
And there's like a little breeze in Neris's robes.
Brucon does a Tony Jaa style, like unnecessarily dynamic slide while doing the splits as he's like going past the boulder. So just kind of like slow motion, viewed from 4 or 5 different angles as he grabs the staff on the way through, and then power pose at the end.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check for me, please, Brokon. Just want to see how enigmatic this is.
24.
Oh, but yeah, this is like, yeah. Basically, if the rest of you were watching with scorecards, it'd be 6.0 everywhere. It's a darn good move, and yes, you slickly, Indiana Jones style, slide through, press the button, take the pole in one smooth action, and yes, portions of that archway start to collapse as Malar moves away, presumably before that as well.
Yeah, Malar lets everybody go ahead of it.
Fortunately, because you moved the boulder, but it's still in that area, it does seem that some of the archway is still intact. So,
But is there for dramatic effect? Is there like the rocks coming down? There's like dust and there's like a little bit of like gusts. Okay, great.
Oh, that happens. Yes, that happens.
Yeah, because Neris is walking forward and not looking back.
Yeah.
With giant mole hands. But like in slow-mo.
Who of you has taken the staff?
Who do you think?
Yeah. I mean, well, who do you think?
I thought somebody else took it.
I assumed so because you mentioned you talked about it, but otherwise Neris.
Oh yeah, if no one was picking it up, yeah, I'll take it. But I just assumed that the second Neris saw it, she would have taken it.
Not necessarily. She's got other stuff on her mind.
So guys, you're now back in the collapsed corridor.
I've just realised something. Oh, okay, no, it's fine. It's still because I have a point of exhaustion. I should have rolled the acrobatics check with disadvantage, but the second roll was a 20, so it's fine.
Sweet. Okay, no worries. All's well that ends well. So you're now back in the collapsed corridor. I'm guessing you're probably going to be looking to leave at this point.
Yeah.
Where's that carpet? That magic rug?
What about Royston?
What about Leo? Where did he go?
Well, we don't know. Let's find out if.
What about
Royston's
who?
gone. The halfling. Fingers guy.
That guy.
The captain.
Fingers.
Well, I thought you were saying who to Leo. I was like, really?
Why did we just leave the door ajar?
Let's get Royston, get out of here, and... Oh my god, we just found you, Neris. How have we lost Leo?
I don't even...
Malar goes to get Royston.
Okay, can you give me the staff, and I'm just gonna... I just need a minute. Not an actual static minute, but she's just not gonna want to talk any further.
Why am I giving you the stuff?
No, she's just gonna expect you to give her the staff.
Why?
Because I have no weapons or anything on me, and God knows what's still left alive in this God-forsaken place.
I'm going to pass her the moon sword.
And she...
Yeah, have this.
Okay, then she looks at it, she's like, fine. And she also stops having mole hands. As that happens, she stops concentrating on that and grabs the sword.
Yeah, now you have a weapon.
Oh,
Yay!
I was just imagining Seth hands over sword, Neris holds swords to Seth and goes, "Hand me the stuff."
No, Neris is quite happy with a sword.
I just have bad memories of Neris with a rat staff.
We'll,
She
sort that
doesn't.
out
She
on Beyond,
isn't
but-
particularly fond of rats anyway. Even though like she's taken on nibblers. She's not particularly fond of that staff or what it does.
Fair enough. All right, so
Let's-
you guys
let's-
head over to Royston.
Let's get the crazy guy and let's go.
Yep, he's still there in his cell. So you can just open it up and send him on his way, or whatever you'd like to do with him.
Well, he's coming with us because we've got to go on the carpet to get out. And he's crazy.
Oh, you're going to let me go now?
Yes, we're saving you, not letting
Oh,
you go
oh,
because
sorry.
we didn't
Oh.
keep you prisoner.
Oh, yeah, well, save me. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, let's go. You don't want my finger, though.
No, your
Not
fingers are
right
fine
now.
where they are as far as we're concerned.
I have a question, Jack.
Yes.
Was there ever any chance of me getting my stuff back?
We've got your stuff.
Oh, you got all my stuff. No? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, you've got
the
it.
doppel-
There we go.
The doppelganger had it.
Ah, okay. Okay, never mind.
Yes,
I just
exactly.
realized I was like, I don't want to leave
You.
everything behind.
Yeah, no, because you were abducted when you were in your own home, essentially. So you wouldn't, so you didn't have any of your items, and then the doppelganger took basically all your
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we don't have them here.
My
I don't
effects.
think.
Your
But they're
effects.
pretty
Yeah,
good.
we've got your shit like your bow and stuff like that.
It'll be
Yeah.
back with Horsey, I'm guessing.
Most likely.
Yeah, all the things. Back with Horsey and Greenblade, you'd have thought. Okay, so gradually you guys can use the carpet to get back across the chasm using the activation word, which you all know at this point. So you'll have to do it bit at a time because it can take 4 of you, and with Malar it's a bit dubious if you could take 3 others along with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go
Yeah,
through.
we'll figure it out. Malar will ride solo if need.
But you, anyway, over the course of the next couple of minutes, you get across the chasm, back up the stairs towards the exit to Korak. There's just the entrance chamber with the mosaic you remember on the ground, and the 2 piles of rocks. I forget what the name
which
was.
we need
were.
to.
Cairns.
The pillars, yeah.
We've got to be careful
We
about.
just had to go either side of them, didn't we?
Yes, yeah. Don't go in the middle.
Well remembered. Yep. So you can go around them, squeeze around them.
So she, like, Neris looks at the people in front of her walking around the stones. It kind of follows them, but she just looks at it like, what? Why?
Bad things
don't,
happen if you
Don't go
don't.
in the middle.
Okay.
What's going
I'm gonna make
on?
Royston's crazy, so I'm just gonna have a hand on his shoulder as I pull him around the side of it to make sure he doesn't go and kill himself.
Nice, good thinking. So yeah, you take him, and he'll willingly follow you. And you guys get back out to the top, up the spiral staircase, up to the exit.
And we see
Greenblade's
Horsey,
still up
and we
there.
see Horsey.
With
People.
Horsey and
Perfect,
the
fuck.
doppelganger is still tied up.
What time of day is it?
It's now night. Fleeting look.
No,
can you make
fleeting,
a
stay inside.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And Neris again just looks around and is like, what?
16.
You've been gone for.
Fleeting look. You feel this primal urge come over you as the moonlight, although it's not a full moon anymore, basks on you, but you manage to keep it at bay. You're now getting kind of used to this, actually, with the last few days of feeling this presence, the lunar cycle. You seem like hypersensitive and hyper aware of the lunar cycle, and kind of brace yourself for it. You haven't started to notice, Fleeting Look, that you have started getting a few hairs coming out of your ears and your nose, which, you know, this is not
So
usual.
Neris
James'
looks at
reaction there.
Neris looks at it. It's like, what?
I'm just standing behind Fleeting, holding a silver rapier and a vial of acid, and going, nothing.
No, you
Nothing.
tell me.
He's
You
fine.
tell me what happened to him right now. What
He-
is going on?
We'll tell you later on. We'll get you back. Let's get back home.
No, you tell me now.
He's a werewolf.
Oh.
He's a little.
He's a what?
He's a little bit of a dog.
Okay, how long have I been gone?
2 weeks.
Greenblade like swishes his hair a little bit. My dear, you've been gone for quite some time. We've been very concerned. For this rascal here was posing as you, but fortunately, I think your friends saw through it.
What? Wait, what? What, rascal? What?
As he starts saying that, I'm like, no, shut up. Neris, no fire. No fire.
What's in there? What is in that box?
No. There's
whatever
no
is it?
box. He's on top of the horse. There's a.
Oh, it's a
doppelganger's on top of
doppelganger.
the
Sorry, I
horse,
thought it was.
tied up,
Sorry, I forgot. I thought he was still. Just.
But
Does
it's
he still?
in-
Does he
it's
look
in
like a
its natural
doppelganger or
form.
like? Okay. So,
It looks like a human female at this time.
All right.
wait,
the-
her?
the-
What?
She.
You mistook
yes.
her for me? She doesn't look like me.
Correction. And it changes into your form. Hi.
She just looks in.
I
And
mean,
then
it
Neris
can't
draws
wave,
her.
It's bound, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Neris like draws her blade. It's like. What?
You give her a sword for 5 minutes. It's draw blade this, threaten that.
Well, at least it's not on fire this time.
No,
Because
don't
you
worry,
value the
Fairmate, for this villain has been bound, and this monstrosity will no longer be of a bother to you. I don't know what you fellas want to
No,
do.
it won't
with
be a
now.
bother to me when it's dead. You don't take somebody's face like that. You don't do it.
No, I agree wholeheartedly, but your friends seem to want to keep it alive for some reason.
Yeah, we made
I
a deal.
gathered it led
She
you
shows
here,
us
but-
where you are. We let her free.
So she's like, Neris is trying to keep the flame from her fingertips, just like, you know, like trying to escape the fire's like the magic's trying to escape due to her rage. It's just like, it's just
Holding it in.
fine,
Stifle.
fine, but it better be out of my sight. Just right. What
gonna
are we
go-
doing? Where are we going? I can't. I literally can't right now.
I'm gonna go cut the bonds off the doppelganger and say, you showed us where she is. You can go.
What?
Well, thanks a lot, handsome.
The rogue. Hang on. The rogue is lawful good.
The
What is this party?
Oh
mass
no,
murder
I
and
made-
stab everyone who's on
I
prisoner
made a
road.
deal.
he did make a deal, a grubby deal, so it's not entirely
Yeah.
as lawfully good as it appears. But I guess some of you probably wouldn't be aware
I
of
mean,
it.
I honour my deals is lawful.
No, that deal was null and void. She cancelled that when she told them of it. The deal standing is that she just gets to live.
Oh yeah, she told them. I forgot about that.
Yeah, she broke that deal.
Oh.
So right now she showed us where to get to Neris, so she gets to live.
Well, if you need me, I'll be around. I gather you could use
If you
some of
come
my
back,
sorcerer's
we'll
skills.
kill you. If
Brucon,
you're still here in 10 seconds, she'll kill you.
And
How do you know it's
Neris
me?
is just there looking like, again, the fire is about to escape, and she has a sword in her hand, and like barely not stepping forward, like just, you know, last shreds of control.
Holding it in, and the doppelganger just waves casually to you and goes, "See ya!" and just starts strolling towards down the hill towards the forest in the distance.
And while it's going, Neris is gonna lose control and throw a firebolt behind her.
Not at her,
At her. Like basically, yeah, at.
like a warning shot rather than trying
Yeah.
to actually hit her. Yeah.
At
Well,
her.
I mean actually
her
I wanna
approximate-
hit her. I wanna hit her because I know that firebolt isn't gonna kill her.
All right,
Crit,
make an
crit,
attack roll.
crit.
max
While you're
damage.
doing this in the chat, Tchaikovsky says now check out my new cool emote using the Jackhammer emote. So guys,
Hey.
yeah, I should say if you're on the
He's
Discord, we
added-
have our own
he's added-
personal emotes.
He's added
19.
Sunglasses to it.
Added sunglasses are amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thanks, Pavel. Also, if you subscribers do get emotes as well, we'll be making some more very soon. Sorry, what did you get on the attack roll?
19.
Ooh, I'm pretty sure that hits.
That's right, bitch. Take my face.
How much roll?
This is like literally the version of Neris taking off her earrings if she had some like taking off her. This is like, take off the rings. We're doing this.
So how much damage did you do for that?
Right. Sorry, I got distracted for a second.
That's
Must roll. What am I rolling? 1d10. Okay.
Okay,
I got a 8 damage.
Eight
A8.
damage.
That is English.
The doppelganger wheels around and switches their form for a moment into their true form, and you now, Neris, for the first time, see this purple, fleshy, skeletal but fleshy monster with these pupilless red eyes, no mouth, just
And she's
staring
disgusted.
back at you. Starts to
Ew.
starts to grow taller and taller in your vision. Can
at that point can I just turn to Seth quickly and go, "You let that live?"
It brought us to you. We had a deal. Firing fire if it was not part of the deal. Can I make an intelligence or a memory check to see if I can remember Daenerys barbecuing me?
okay, it's a history check.
Yes. Any chance to remember.
And Neris, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom. This.
Oh, sorry, with disadvantage.
Oh, sorry. That rolled off of my. That rolled under my laptop.
No.
Okay, so that's not bad. Still, that was a wisdom, right? Wisdom.
With disadvantage.
Yes, with disadvantage. That's 17.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you are not afraid of this gruesome being as it tries to intimidate you. Seth, your history check. How did you do?
I'm guessing not great.
Not 3.
3. No recollection of that incident, unfortunately. But yeah.
So can we just take a moment to visualize this scene of that purple creepy thing and Neris being on fire, like staring at each other?
Yep.
Okay. I'm happy now.
And after, to break the silence after a moment of heated staring contest, the doppelganger goes, "All right, fair enough. I'll let you have that one for free, but might not be so lucky next time. See ya."
She just
Turns around,
looks at her like, "Run."
and
Oh, would you know? She's crazy.
the doppelganger just keeps walking, just at the same pace. So it doesn't run, but it just walks.
She kind of
Moving
like
briskly
Neris kind of
away.
goes like, and like as she does, like it extinguishes
Yeah, flame.
the fire. Just then it turns around and like let's just go.
Okay, guys. So now you got Horsey. Greenblade's obviously with you for now, and Royston is with you currently as well. What did you want to do? Where did you want to go?
I'm gonna put Royston on the horse so that he can run away so we can finish saving him.
Oh, you're gonna put him on the horse. Okay. You're like, right. So, where are you going then? Where am I going?
Hillsburg, the closest city. We're heading to there. You'll be safe there and able to make your own way.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I can get it back to Morinhill from Hillsburg. That shouldn't be too much problem. Yeah, sure. All right. So, did you get what you needed? Something about a bone dagger? Oh, you mentioned. Did you want? Was that what you were looking for?
You said that you gave it to the barkeep at the Flaming Jack, yeah?
What? I didn't get his name.
But you gave it to someone who works there.
I gave it to a gnome, yeah, with the moon spectacles, yeah.
And the other fingers, did you find them?
Only these.
Hey, let's go.
And he kind of looks at you, like blinkered. His eyes kind of, start going boss. He starts going boss-eyed for a moment, and then back to you, back to normal.
While
jitters.
Seth's having that exchange, Brucon's like patting himself down, and kind of like where is, and then looks up at the heavens and sort of like I left my cookery in the chamber. That's very annoying. Turns towards Fleeting Look and points at him and says, "You, stay human. It's very important."
He's not a human.
Fleeting
Stay not a werewolf.
Fleeting looks at Horsey to see if he's being spoken to or the horse.
Horse just looks back at you. Horsey just looks back at you and just goes.
Yeah, Brucon concludes that he's made his point, and yeah, let's go.
So you guys start heading back towards Hillberg.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get back there without incident. It's not too far. You've got Greenblade leading you through the hills as well, which means you get there pretty promptly. Within the next hour, you arrive back in Hillberg. It's
as Neris
To the pub.
as Neris cools off a bit, she walks through the party and just goes or as silently as possible, goes mending on people just as a silent thank you.
When we get towards the city, I'm going to say we should head towards the pub to rest for the night. Do you want to go to your uncle, or do you want to come with us to the pub?
I'm coming with you.
We'll go see your uncle in the morning. He was very frantically searching for you and your aunt, who we totally forgot about.
She doesn't say anything. She's just I'm going with you.
Let's go to the pub.
Oh, Christ! Sorry, that's a very good point actually. Because obviously the Uncle Brindon, was hiding around the entrance, away from.
I was going to say, I thought he was with Greenblade, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. So he was just tucked around the corner from Greenblade. So I should say, retcon. He comes out as well once the doppelganger's gone and just runs up to Neris and gives her a big old hug. Like, I was so worried about you. Have you seen her, Argentia? Is she?
She just doesn't respond. She just stares into space. She can't say anything. She's not gonna say anything. She's blank. Kind of goes like half hugs and just kind of she can't deal.
Oh, sorry, you've probably been through so much. All right, we'll get you home. I think we've all deserved a drink, though. So if you guys.
You're a bad man, Marshall. You're a very bad man.
She's still gonna stay next to Berlin. She's gonna be nearby, but she basically can't speak.
But you kind of in a moment of shock and grief, and totally understandable. It's reassuring to have Brinlan, this your kind of guardian, although not for very long so far.
It's that before grief, when you can't really comprehend that this is reality.
Yeah, you're kind of in the shock and denial stage.
Yeah.
Stage 1 currently. Anyway, you make your way back to Hillberg. The rest, all of you together, aside from Leoborin. Leoborin, you this creature. It's in some ways similar to a gnome, but a much larger head, disproportionate to the size of its body. And as I said, ebony black all over with these kind of pinkish pupilless eyes, and quite a large nose. It's something of the gnome and the dwarf kind of about it in its features, although it's it's certainly a different creature entirely. And it just it leads you through this portal, this very small portal, which you just squeeze through, and when it pulls you back into the corridor that you were in before. You come through the ground, and you're back in this corridor. All the rocks have now been pushed to one side. You're lying on the ground. There is a sign written in rock on the floor by you. It says Leo. and you see the
Oh, no.
you see down the stairs the archway.
I love it when a plan comes together.
The archway where the where you were running towards before you got caught in the rock slide now looks partially like it's fallen apart. There's a large boulder obscuring it, but it does look like there's a small gap you could possibly squeeze through.
So I'm alive with health.
So you're on 1 hit point.
Okay.
You are alive.
Like
And yes,
Marshall's
I think-
surprised. He's probably got a whole another character ready to go.
I was like,
Do
that
we
sounds
need to
bad.
do we need to establish what we did when we left regarding the carpet?
That's a very good point. I assumed you wanted to take the carpet with you, which I
We
will
will-
allow, but you're perfectly entitled to leave it behind if you wanted to.
It only goes across this gorge. I wouldn't have wanted to take it.
Well,
I thought the plan was you can effectively jump back to this gorge whenever you want if you carry it with you and then just go. It's either.
well, the bigger problem is that this thing is friggin' huge.
That is true.
The reason, like, that we were contemplating trying to take it with us to various places before, and the major problem with it was that it's so massive that it's
10
very
feet.
unwieldy.
Yeah, 10 feet wide.
Big boy.
However, I am going to pitch another claim for another suggestion of we know Fort Korak is there. We assume it's not going anywhere. So there's always the possibility of going back and maybe setting it up as a base of operations if we need to.
Agreed.
So yes, sorry if I didn't. I've completely. There's a couple of things I've forgotten today. So did you? So would you like to leave the carpet there when you get to the other side? Yeah.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah.
the obvious thing to do. Just leave it by the chasm it takes you across.
Okay.
Maybe some other adventurer will need it. Who's to say?
Who's to say?
I genuinely wasn't thinking about Leo when I said that, but yeah, it works generically. Like we were always leaving, like, you know, we never had a serious pitch at taking the carpet out of the room. I don't think.
If it was a full-on magic carpet, hell yeah, we would have taken it. But this one just goes across one ditch.
Yeah, exactly.
So Leoborin,
Yeah.
back in the corridor, led by this small creature.
Find a small creature, did you say?
Led by that small creature.
Oh.
Yeah, it's this Boggle
Boggle.
individual.
Boggle.
Okay. This is a very realistic dream. Looking down at the small creature, what do you suppose the meaning is of having my name written in rocks? Is it some kind of symbolism? I don't quite understand.
Boggle.
Okay. I'm just gonna. You coming with?
Jack?
Make a persuasion.
It's very hard to tell if you're just being mysterious
make
or
a
if
what
something's
check?
gone wrong
Oh,
with
if
the
it's
incident.
frozen. Yeah.
Make a what check?
Persuasion, please.
To see if I can persuade the creature to come with from a question. That's 24.
It's pretty persuasive.
In Sylvan, it speaks back to you. Goes, "You're not really dead, you know."
That was not the voice I was expecting to come from a small. Okay.
She was just messing with you. It's something they do. It's I can give you a hand though, if you want to. You know, where are you going? Boggle.
You're interesting.
Boggle.
I guess everyone was leaving. If this is real, I guess we'll go out. And Leoborin
Boggle
starts walking,
grabs you
I
by the
guess,
hand.
downstairs, down the corridor. Am I leading it like a small child?
Yeah, he's leading you. Grab.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like grabs your hand, summons portal one more time, pulls you through it, and then you, when you come out of the portal on the other side, you're again prone because it's a small creature, and a small portal. You are now in the collapse corridor.
Oh, was I not there? I thought I was there. Where
No,
was I?
so you were in the corridor. You're now in the. You were in the corridor with the stones and stuff. Now you're in the open one with the chasm. Sorry, that one, the chamber.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's a handy trick you have.
Boggle.
Can you do other side of the chasm?
Starts counting his fingers. Boggle. And someone says, all right, one last time. You appear on the other side of the chasm next to the rug, and the Boggle goes up to the rug and just starts looking it over.
Careful, that attacked us last time.
Boggle.
Yeah, then we flew on it. It was weird.
Seems
If you
very
want to play,
interested in this card.
it's Deceiver.
Floats 1 foot off the ground. Boggle.
It's very limited though. It goes this side of the cavern to the other side of the cavern and then back again, apparently.
Boggle. Starts shaking its head at you and waving a finger.
There are more commands? I
In Sylvan, frustrated. You gotta disenchant it, and then you can use it for other things. That's what I would do.
Oh. Okay. You grab the other end? Wait. Deceiver. Make it flop on the floor again.
Flops on the floor
before
again.
Before it goes over to the other side of the chasm without us.
My lady calls. Boggle. Goodbye. And opens a portal in the floor and just hops through it, disappears, leaving you alone.
Okay. Yeah. Right. That was weird.
What's stranger is also when it jumps after the portal closes, what's left is like this sticky, oily residue on the ground.
Okay. Yep, Leoborin is leaving that well enough alone. Is the security residue on his hand?
Yeah.
Because of the
From him leading you, yeah.
Yep. Wonderful.
Easy enough to wipe off, but...
Yeah, Leoborin's going to wipe it on the rug and go, you're staying there then, because I'm not picking that up. And we'll start walking out the tunnel.
All right. Yeah, then you can do so. So for the rest of you, exhausted, getting yourselves back together again, and coming to terms with, I guess, this latest loss. You are warmly welcomed in the inn, and a round of drinks are actually brought to you by the barkeep as a thank you.
Can
Brucon looks
Mallard
happy.
just? Oh, can Mallard just peel off before they go through the door and
Sure.
head over to the Temple of the Eight?
Yeah.
Cool.
I have a question. This bar, did we come in with Greenblade?
Greenblade hasn't come in with you. He said his goodbyes to you at the gates. Made his excuses about he had more work to do, keeping an eye on the half-light forest.
This is the pub where he's banging the landlord that's married. I was hoping for drama.
It's Oh, you're saying this to the party, are you?
Uh,
Because I'm not sure whether Seth knows that.
no. The first. Oh yeah, we did. No, we know. We gave the note to her, and she told us stuff.
Yep. So Malar, what are you doing at the temple?
Malar will go to the Temple of the Eight, light a candle for Leoborin, and spend half an hour in prayer, just hoping that he is safe wherever he is, whatever plane he is now on.
Okay, Malar, I'd like to give you inspiration if you haven't already got it.
I will take that inspiration, sir.
As it's given to you from the 9, from your mate Steve.
9.
Steve!
The 8, not the 9. What am I saying? By
Brilliant.
the 9. That's a different. That's a different thing altogether.
Religious inflation it's a real thing.
Foreshadowing Malar's future, he becomes the 9th.
Becomes a god. Yeah, blessings of the 8 upon you, and the statue is still in there with you, Malar, in the temple, and Brother Ventrix comes up to you. I heard you were on a urgent mission. Is everything all right now, or? Swelling his tail.
Ventrix, this is a dark night. I have much to consider. May I... Forgive me, I need some time alone, if that's all right.
Of course, all the time you need. I'll just be in the vestry. Makes his way over. And yeah, you can have your half an hour of praying. Is there anything else of note you want to do in that time?
After that, Malar will take the statue and just go to the tavern and probably go to his room and sleep.
Alright. As for the rest of you, staying up and drinking?
So Brucon initially plans to get crunk, but it's not really. After a little while, he's sort of like, no, this isn't. It's not doing it. It's not. No, it's not working. Something's wrong, and he's kind of he's got an unfamiliar emotion going on, and he doesn't really his usual coping strategy isn't really working, and after some introspection he realizes that he is in fact fucking livid at Damon, and the alcohol is in no way helping with this, so he in the kind of 2 a.m. 3 drinks deep inspiration style decides that the thing he wants to go and do is have a kind of kung fu style, like the all is lost moment workout session, where he's kind of like, no, I must punch through my problems, but I can't punch through my problems, and like just does that for a little while, and then eventually kind of has a in the rain, like imagine it's raining, and he's kind of like falls to his knees, and it's like almost Shawshank Redemptioning it a little bit, but like the vibe is completely different. Anyway, so he goes through all of that, and then goes, yeah, it's not working. He goes to bed to ponder.
Neris.
I was wondering which film it was going to be. I was like, is he doing a Rocky montage?
Like
is it a Karate Kid montage? I was like, which one's he going to go for?
Oh, we'll get to them all in good time, don't you worry.
No, Neris can't, like, with the presence of her uncle, and she's, not ready for that, and now feeling partially responsible for what happened to Leo as far as she knows. It's just like walls closing in around her. She can't, and so she looks at the drink and just starts chugging.
Fair enough.
Starts chugging the alcohol just to
Hang on
go
a minute.
numb, to forget.
Brucon's entire identity is being undermined by the discovery of rage. Meanwhile, Neris is climbing into the bottle. What the fuck is going on here?
There's an
Character
interesting
development.
You're damn right.
D&D character development. Yeah.
Speaking of, anyway, not wanting to put too much pressure on the other two, of course. Seth and Fleeting, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, do something dramatic. Do it.
I am just getting shit-faced with Leo's staff sitting leaning against the empty stool next to us on the table, and just drinking that we've lost someone that we have no idea where he's gone, unlike Neris, and we lost him. We fucked up.
And so after a bunch of drinking, after you get well and truly
No,
stupid
bad
drunk,
Neris. Bad
stupid
Neris.
drunk. No,
Bad Neris.
no, it's not that. It's not what you think. I'm not gonna burn the inn down. It's fine. But
I'm
yeah,
not thinking that. I know what you're thinking.
no, she's not. No.
Grief
So
affects people in many ways, but
Yeah,
I'm
so
not
she's
sure
gonna
that's
get
what the-
stupid drunk, like horrible confession drunk. So she's just gonna at one point finish however many glasses she's already, or bugs or whatever they brought. Throw that away, and just bury her head in her hands and just scream like she's dead, she's dead, she's dead. And I killed her, and can't say anything more because it's all slightly slurred, obviously.
Oh,
And she
when
just becomes a
starts saying,
sobbing mess.
When she starts saying, I killed her, just look around for guards.
There's no guards inside the inn, at least not any on duty.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, you have a drunken mess of a girl going. I'm assuming Brinlin is still nearby.
Yeah, he puts an arm round you. He doesn't look at you, but just kind of.
She's like, no, don't touch me. I don't deserve it. I don't. She's dead. You asked where she was. She's dead.
And he does it again, just like a bit more forcefully this time. Tries to kind of pull you in close. I knew it. I knew it. Look.
Basically, I just keep on blubbering and just. I didn't know it was her. They tricked me, and it's
not-
illusion.
it's
And there was a
not your
thing, and
fault.
there's a monster, and
It's not your fault. You
It
didn't
is.
do this. You were.
It's my fault.
No.
I brought this. I'm not part of this family. I brought this.
No.
She never should have found me. And then she just goes like, "You never should have found. Your family never should have taken me. This is all my fault." And she just kind of like storms up and goes into, I guess, a room because I don't know if she knows which one's hers. Just
You
goes
don't have
into a room.
You don't have a room in the inn currently.
Yeah, but she doesn't know which one. I think.
No.
She's just gonna pick. Or
Oh,
does she have a key?
We haven't bought a room yet.
All right. Well, she's gonna go into
Yeah.
a room anyway.
Oh, okay. She's going to go upstairs and try and find a room. I mean,
Yeah.
Brinland follows you, and you do find one that's been left open, and it
Yeah.
may be occupied at some. It may have been rented by somebody else, and they've left it open. But anyway,
Yeah.
and he comes in with you.
But she's gonna do a full teenager and just like close the door and just.
He just stands
Stop.
outside calmly, and just you saw this kind of morose, like forlorn look on his face. Sorry.
Hmm.
When he closed the door, and like, Argentia and I, we knew the risks. We knew what was going to happen. We knew the red mages were coming after you. She died protecting you, and that's all that matters. Because they need you. The red mages, they want you for their own ends, and while I'm still breathing, I'm going to do what I can to stop that. And Argentia did that. She honored that.
She didn't die protecting me. She died being sacrificed to me. She died to teach me a lesson.
She died believing that she could protect you. And I still believe I can protect you. So you can get as angry as you want. You do what you gotta do to get rid of your grief, but I'm still gonna be here, looking out for you in whatever way I can.
The only way you
It's
can
too
look out for me is to stay
important,
away.
It's too important. You're too important to just let you go. Okay?
Well,
So
she's just like, well, you're gonna have to. Go away. Get away from me. For your own good. Go away. I'd scream more, but I'd destroy everybody's ears.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's like, I made a promise to your parents, nurse. I'll be at the workshop. And he leaves. Leave you alone. Yeah.
She's just doing the fetal position, like against the door, and kind of that she doesn't really move from there. Kind of passes out on the floor.
Fleeting Look is the only one I haven't touched on yet. So Fleeting Look, at the Trickle Inn, with Seth getting blatted, and obviously whilst Daenerys is getting blatted before all this stuff happened, what was Fleeting Look up to?
How drunk is Seth at the moment?
I mean, he's continuously drinking, so you can wait till he's quite drunk if you were planning something.
Yes, please. Could I wait until he is so drunk to not notice me taking the staff?
That's what I thought Daenerys was going to do. That's why I thought she was going to take the staff.
So you'll already suffer the point of exhaustion, so you'll have disadvantage on the check anyway. But Seth will also be drunk, meaning his perception will be at disadvantage. So yeah, a straight roll, sleight of hand check to see if you can steal the staff without him noticing. This will be contested
roll
against
perception?
Seth. Seth, this will be yeah, straight roll perception. I was going to say maybe passive, but.
Okay, so.
Maybe passive?
But I know you're going to be keeping an eye on the staff, so no perception.
Fuck.
Okay, so I got a 6, but I'd like to expend a luck point, please.
No, because I got a 6.
Okay. You can expend a luck point.
I got a 3 and I got plus 3. Shit.
17.
Oh, fuck off.
With a 17, you do successfully.
Is that the second time ever that Fleeting Look has made use of his luck feat? I think it might. I think it is.
I think it might be. Yeah. He.
I
Fleeting Look.
just cannot say enough good things about this character. It's so great.
So on the outside, for the other patrons of the bar at this time, you're quite obviously just very slowly reaching your hand out, clasping the staff, and then very slowly pulling it over to you. But Seth is just swaying, looking at his drinks, shooting the shit. He's completely oblivious to your very slow and deliberate movements as you take the staff.
Thank you. Could I then take it outside, please?
You can go outside. You see Brucon out there wailing at the at the moon outside.
If you
I feel like I'm enjoying it.
If you want to play fetch, you have to wait till I'm sober.
What is the ground composed of?
Oh no, you genius.
The ground outside, it's essentially this area. It's mostly dirt. Yeah, there's nothing particularly fancy in this part of town. You're not far away from the main gate.
Okay, could I carve in as big a letters as possible the word Leo?
Yes, you can.
And
This is not what I was thinking.
after it's done, I will just ram the staff into the ground, just at the top of the L, and walk off back into the pub.
So you do so, and it starts to rain as you start carving out, which makes it even slicker when you start carving it out. You slam the staff into the ground, and as you do so, Leoborin, you enter the main gates of Hillberg. Some hours have passed for you to get back to Hillberg.
That was quick.
So it's a few hours. It's now totally dark. You manage to fumble your way back, and yes, you see through this light rain and through the darkness with your dark vision, fleeting look, slamming your staff into the ground outside the inn. You don't. Yeah, from this angle, you probably don't see the writing, but yeah, you see the staff and him slamming it down, and then he starts walking back into the inn. You also can see a prone figure, well, a sort of what's the word? What's the word for like they're praying, but they're bent over.
Kneeling.
Yeah.
Not
Prostrate,
kneeling.
kind of. Prostrate, kind of.
Prostrate, yes, that's it. Prostrate figure.
I want to be clear for those that are at home, this is prostrate with
Not
another
prostate.
R in it. He's not in the
Prostrate.
prostate position.
Prostrate.
He's in the prostrate position.
It's sort of
Similar.
looking, and he outstretches his hands as if in some kind of penance towards the gods.
Is it recognizably Brucon?
Yes.
Brucon? What are you doing?
I'm having a moment here, Leo. Can't you... Wait a moment. and he kind of looks up and then looks down and then
You see Leo written in the ground.
checks himself, holds out one finger and goes, I'm going to close my eyes, and then when I'm going to open them, he opens and goes, yes, you are still here. What? Leo, what happened?
It's all right. I was having weird dreams too.
Yes.
I think I was in the... I was somewhere else for a while.
Oh, was it nice?
Sort of. I thought it was a dream, but it wasn't. Anyway, and then I came back and you were all gone.
Oh, yeah, I'm very familiar with that experience, so don't worry about it. Honestly, I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll leave town before anyone comes to ask any awkward questions about it. You're safe with us. Don't worry. Right, we should probably head inside then. I don't think anyone else. It's a little surprising to see you alive and in one piece, although obviously extremely welcome.
Ah, yes. I'm not entirely sure what happened either. Did everyone get out?
Oh yes, yeah. Even the doppelganger.
Oh. I mean, I didn't. Was the doppelganger inside with us?
Oh no, I mean, no, it got away.
I just want to
should we hunt
say.
it down? What are we doing?
I just want to say that. What if it's the doppelganger?
Leoborin died alone in that cave.
Oh.
This is my new character now.
Well, that's definitely not the kind of thing Brucon would think to investigate. So yeah. Meanwhile, Brucon goes, oh, okay, well, I'm done here. This was a silly thing anyway. Non-specific reference didn't really work. Let's go back inside, shall we? Things could get a little interesting, but we can sneak you in if you'd like.
Sneak. Do we need to sneak me in? Am I?
Oh, it just it might.
Did Seth's trouble spread to all of us?
No, it's just the people are feeling a lot of feelings right now. It might get a bit awkward.
Okay. Sure. Whatever you think's best.
Oh, well, I think we should get you a drink.
That sounds very good.
All right then.
Leoborin will.
Please, after you.
Rat staff. Sort of try and knock the dirt off the end of it, which I assume is quite muddy at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And head in with Brucon.
Oh my god, Fleeting's gonna think he saved you.
Head inside.
Yeah.
You're greeted by the kind of the stupid grin of Slander Blueview, the barman. He's like, right, so you look like you've seen a ghost. Everything all right?
Is that
to Leoborin and Brucon?
Okay.
Oh, just it would take a while to explain, but like most problems, this could easily be solved via the application of alcohol. So, 2 of your finest whatevers, if you please, and something for Leo.
Bring us over to you. But could you tell your friends to stop the wailing? It's keeping up some of the regulars, kind of ruining the atmosphere.
or the wailing.
The wailing.
Brucon goes, I might need to heal up a little bit first, but okay, yes, fine. Make it 3 drinks.
Very good. I'll bring them over to you.
Thank you kindly.
Starts pumping. So, you guys head over to the... You can see Seth slumped over on the table. He's semi-conscious, I'd say, at this point, but still pursuing the drink. Fleeting Look is next to him, actually quite fine. You haven't really been drinking because you've been keeping an eye on Seth to try and like wait for the opportune moment. So you're not drunk at all, I'd say, at this point. Fleeting look, you do, but then you obviously look up and see Leoborin with his staff and Brucon beside him.
Fleeting gives Leo a knowing look, as if to say, "You're welcome."
And we're going to leave it there for today, I think. It's a nice moment to leave it on. So, guys, we will pick this up at the same time next week. I'll be back on Friday talking all about what went down during this session and the last one, of course, with a big climactic boss fight and all the other little teasers and so on that have been peppered in places throughout the last couple of sessions. We'll be back, though, same time next week. That's Monday from 6 p.m. To all of you for watching, thank you so much for watching, and have a great week. And, of course, to you guys from playing as well, have a great week yourselves. And everyone, of course, stay safe. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.